and welcome to those on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And please go to my YouTube, subscribe, like. I want to get some more people on there. I want to get some more subscribers. Be awesome. So welcome everybody and hello. It's a very fallish kind of day. It's brisk outside. Brisk. It's brisk. That's what it is. It's brisk. So welcome. Hello, Candace. So what is going on? So a couple things. Thank you everybody for um, saying things on my post that I posted yesterday. It was my son's 31st birthday, who is estranged from us, and thank you so very much. I posted it out, so hopefully that maybe he might be on Facebook or he might see it, just to let him know how much we are still thinking about him. So thank you everybody for that. So today's the 26th. You know what? I'm going to apologize now. I'm just apologizing to you all now. The reason why I'm apologizing to you now, because you know what? I can't make this. I can't. I want to bring you. Well, yeah, there can be happiness. There can be, these lovely, beautiful unicorns and pleasant tree and all of that beautiful stuff. It's there for us. It is. It truly is. Truly is. It is a busy day. It is a busy day, astrological, because, the planets are causing a little bit of shenanigans. The moon is moving. But there is a lot of emotion going on. I mean, there's so much going on. I mean, whew. I'm thinking, when I'm dead and gone, which is, I don't know when, but probably I'm going to give myself another 100 years. No, thank you. Let's say in another, so this is what, 1921. So if you go back to 1921, so 100 years ago, all right? So if we go back to 1921, that's even before my mother was born. Like my father was born, but my mother wasn't. So 1921, what do you know about that history? What are the things that you heard about that time? It was a time of, it was illegal to drink. It was just after World War One, right? And prohibition came in. And so there was still a lot of people coming in from the war. They just finished a pandemic, but everybody survived, by the way, the pandemic, even those who were in atrocious trenches and fighting in shit. Literally fighting in shit. And not very hygienic uh place to be at the time. But in came the 1921. So 1921, some women, I don't voting. We weren't even allowed to vote yet. So that was 100 years ago. Cars. I mean, people were just, not everybody had a car. Not everybody had a telephone. And electricity, just getting electricity into your place. So gaslighting to electricity. Some places didn't have toilets yet inside. They're still trying to figure out some of those toilets yet. And running water. There's no running water in houses. So think about it. That's 100 years ago. 100 years ago. Now let's go 100 years from now in 2121. Could you what are they going to think of us? What are they going to look back on? This was a generation, or this was a time they wore masks. They were afraid to be by each other. They were segregating people. They were pushing people aside. There was a president who was pooping his pants, and the slogan of the day was "Let's go, Brandon." The Prime Minister of Canada was a pretty boy who was drunk with power, and the economy was beginning to go belly up. And they were forcing people to take an elixir that they didn't want to take, and not let them know about all the side effects. So just think about, that's what I was thinking about today before I came on. Like, Wow. Wow. All the things that, from 100 years ago, from 1921 to 2021. And if we go forward on what are we going to be remembered as, right? And then you got those millennials, you got the Gen Z, and then you got Generation Alpha. What the hell? Where are we going? Alpha, Beta, Omega? Oh my Lord, Lord have mercy. I just, I'm just going to give it up to the Holy Spirit and ask for inner peace and a miracle. That's what I'm going to do right now. We're going to put it up to the Holy Spirit and ask the Holy Spirit for inner peace and a miracle. Because I think that's exactly what we need, right? We need a miracle. We need a fucking miracle. If any time in the world that if Satan wanted to take over, this, you know what? I think he would have a pretty good means on taking over at this time. No problems. No questions asked. It's you know what? I think they're ready now. And I mean, things that are infiltrating. Hello, Moonflower. Thank you. Um, Infiltrating our cosmos at this time and the energies at this time. And I mean, whether you believe in Satan or you don't believe in Satan, I really don't care. But the evil powers, I mean, they're the the negativity or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's there. I mean, you see it. I mean, Squid Games is what, like, one of the number one shows or something on Netflix right now. I'm trying my best. I have not watched it. I know about it. I've heard reviews about it and many people talk about it. I even talked about it. But it's one of those things, like, is that where I want to put my energy? Right? Is that where I want to put my frequency, and watching people get blown away playing a game? I mean, I'm no judgment. I mean, no judgment on people who've watched it. I heard it's very entertaining, very well done. The acting is very good. It is made in South Korea. So you know, it's awesome. Like I do, I love foreign films, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, where do I want to put my frequency? I mean, the emotions are already high. The emotions are already crazy right now. Is Do I want to do I want to subject my mind to any more craziness than what's already out there? Possibly not. Um because it is there is. I didn't even take a sip, did I? Oh, it went a little bit cold there. So people are very sensitive right now. I mean, if they weren't sensitive before, they're sure in the fuck sensitive now. This week until at least Saturday. So we have feeling very sensitive, feeling things. There is a yod, a finger of God, with Jupiter, Venus, Juno, and the moon. It's pointing out at things. This is very fated to do things, fated to change things, because it's emotional, because the moon is in Cancer. So Cancerians are they're known to be very emotional, right? I mean, I have a moon in Cancer. I have my rising sign is in Cancer, and everything else is in Scorpio. But it's emotional. Like, it's hard to describe the emotions that you're feeling. Like, there's no words. You just feel it. It is this feeling that comes up. I was watching. What was I watching? I was on YouTube. That's what I resort to watching is YouTube and Rumble if I'm going to watch anything, or something to do with some crazy podcasts. So, and I was watching this show, and the show was on this Tasninia. Tasninia is a country. You probably never heard of it, right? It is between Moldova, and Romania. And this country is not even on the map. It is the last of the Soviet Union. Um, and of course, everybody speaks Russian there. It is an interesting country. I think there's less than 500,000 people that live there. And the show that I watched is this I can't remember what his name is, but he goes to different countries and he goes there for like 3 days or something, or sometimes 48 hours. But he goes to places that people don't usually normally go to. And he said, they flew out of Paris to Moldova, and from Moldova they got a cab and they went into Tasnia, Tosnia. And when they went there, he said, in when you go to, like, say, a market in New York or Paris, they're not going to give you anything. They're not going to give anything free. They're going to say, "Hey, motherfucker, give me your money," right? That's it. Um, no one's going to just say, "Oh, here, have something." But whenever he's gone, and he's mentioned it, he says, "Whenever I go into these countries that are offset, or it's very hard to make a living, like okay, get this, average wage is $100 a month. That's $100 US a month in this country. So it's a very poor off country, to begin with. But the people love their country. They love it. And they he said he went and he met one woman, and he met this one woman, and she was selling her stuff off the side of her house. Her house was like this little shack that she's been living in years. Anyways, she gave him socks. She goes, "You need socks. You need to keep your feet warm." And he goes, "Well, here, let me pay you for it." He's like, "No, no, no, no." She wouldn't take any money. And then she opened up her house to them. She fed them. She gave them cookies and all kinds of stuff, and made them tea. Um, this is the kind of things that he says anytime he goes into a country that is, people don't have, they're more than willing to share. They're more than willing to share. They want to share for you. They don't want you to go out. They know what it's like to not have. So they want to help you. And you find the ones that have would rather walk over you dead on the fucking street sometimes. And this is where I'm feeling like the energies, like it's noticing that it's not in having all of these beautiful things that we have, but it's in the community that we want to create. Now, Cancer is the mother energy. So what I loved about this, I don't even want to cry. I don't know why I'm crying. It's emotional day. These grandmothers were taking these two young boys and young men, and they were just like, yes, they didn't know from it. They didn't know them. They didn't know who they were, but they opened their doors to them. And they fed them, they talked to them, and they, this is the energy. This is the frequency. I'm going to change. This is a frequency of love. Watching that. Now, the frequency that we're coming into right now with, the energies of Vesta, which is the hearth keeper, and Neptune is also there. And he is like, what is your dreams? What are your dreams? What is the frequency of your dreams? And here comes Vesta. Vesta is coming forth, and she, I love her. She was the Greek goddess of the hearth. She's the keeper of the home, and in Roman days, they would have an altar automatically set up for Vesta to bring in health, wealth, and prosperity into the home. And she's the one. She's coming in to be the hearth, to hold the hearth. Now, the hearth is usually the place that our ancestors would cook from, keep their place warm. It is the nourishing part. Like, you don't want the hearth to die out. You want the embers to keep on. And this moon is very sensitive, and feeling all these sensitive energies. And Venus, she wants to go. She's in Sag. I want to go. I need to do things. And big dreams, big visions, right? And then Jupiter there. What groups are we going to hang out with? Who are our people? And here comes this finger of God with the moon, and it's like right opposite Pluto. right opposite Pluto, and Pluto's coming in there, and Pluto's like, okay, what do you want to create? What do you want to build here? What are the connections? What are the communities? What is that you want? And this is bringing up, I mean, a lot of what that happened last year, from fucking Baldwin shooting somebody to other um scenarios or other news that were coming up this week is very emotional about it. There's a lot of emotion that's coming in from this. And we're figuring this all out, from mandates to elixirs to all kinds of crazy energies that are coming in on choices, and feeling that some of this is also bringing in working with adjustments, and what is the new idea, and what is the groups, and how are we going to stay organized. And this is where this is where it can be emotional, because there's emotion on either side of the spectrum right now. There's emotion where, for the elixir or the non-elixir, there's, and then there's sub ones within there. And this is where these frequencies are coming forth to want to infiltrate both sides, right? To come together in some form of harmony. And in doing that, that's where we have the fixed signs are now deciding. They're now deciding on the energies and the places and direction they want to go to. But of course, there's always a but with this, right? We're coming into eclipse season. um we also have the Saturn Uranus square that's coming up, and then we have Mars is going to be going into Scorpio. And so we have all this intensity of energies that are coming in, and they're emotional. So things we can do with that emotion, things we can do to work with that emotion. Maybe house clean. Like, do you have an altar? This is a fabulous time to clean up an altar. Do you have, are you set up for a Halloween altar? Do you have a Halloween altar set up for your ancestors? Somebody you want to honor? Is there, this is where it's like trying to move your energies through, try to move the emotions through, because there won't be any answers right now. It's all this emotion. So we have to wait for the settling. We have to wait for that settling to happen in order for us to see our way through, or to to receive the information in a clearer form. And some of this is like, with the antsiness of Venus, is that we want to make these changes now, we want to have them now, we want to do this now, we want to go here now. But we're having when we can only sort of feel it, it's like, I just feel I have to go to the mountains. Like, there's a pull there. You might not know, you might not understand, but you're having a pull to go there, to go to the ocean, or go to the park and get connected with nature. And this is where we're having the feelings are deep and do and to do with. And we got to allow for the information to come up. Now, some of these emotions could be very joyous, could be very wonderful for you, and you might not be in a sad way, but maybe a more joyous way also. So there is a little bit of, when things are settling, maybe it's, like oil and vinegar when you're making um a vinaigrette or something, and you got to shake it up, and you got that moment of like, yes, I can feel the joy, I can feel this. But then it sort of separates and settles and stuff. So we're waiting. So we got to wait until maybe Saturday or so. You might be getting information before that, but this week, yeah. And then we'll talk about next week. And then Mars goes into lovely Scorpio. So we also have where the moon will square Eris and oppose Pluto. And those are harsh aspects. Those are harshness. This is bringing in the harsh realities of things. And it can be a real bitch right now as we're building up to the Halloween energies. So let me pull some cards. So I'm going to show you what I have the the Antique Anatomy tarot cards. So I pulled these ones out. I love these cards. I don't use them very often because, well, I like sturdy cards. Like I can feel the difference between like these ones and then my regular ones. The cards that will stand up, but I mean, so we're gonna pull out some cards here. And what does this all entail? So let's see. This I'm pulling out cards for the collective. Okay. First card we got is the Ace of Swords. So we got the blade, the Ace of Swords. So we got the ace coming out. So that's information, or new information coming in. So something new with everything will be coming forward. And with that, we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, so there's some passion that comes in with that. There's passion with the energies, or there's passion that's coming forward with the information. But it's new. Everything is new. This is all new information that's going to be coming forward for us. New insights, new something's evolving. So we have something that is evolving within the information. And the page sometimes, I mean, usually has a feather in his hat and there's pyramids behind, so there is some wisdom there, but it's fire, right? So there is this passion that's there. And along with that comes Seven of Swords. So there's something, we got some up, some down. There's might be the information's there, but maybe with the Seven of Swords, we're not too clear on it all. It is something that feels very something hidden, something that's not fully in, we're not receiving some information. There's information, yes, that's there, but then others, we're not getting it. So there's, with this information and with this newness, there could be some sort of deceit, or we're deceiving ourselves on the information. We're not waiting for things to settle down. Maybe we're too much in a rush because we want this, or we're too much in a rush because we don't want to feel the emotions that we need to feel. And that's so true. So many times we don't want to feel the emotions. We will do something to avoid what we need to feel, to work through. And so this is asking us, maybe we need to take that time to work through some of these emotions and what's coming through. And the spiritual guide card is the Ace of Cups. Oh my God. So love potion number 1. So in comes the the elixir. This is the elixir. But it has to do with the heart. So love potion. So there's something to, the spiritual advice card is to feel those emotions, to allow ourselves to go into those emotions so that we can get the proper clarity in what's there. And, with the seven of swords, it's also to do with, is this the group? Like, it's usually he's running away from something. He's running away from the tents. He's running away from something, and looking very cheeky. He looks very cheeky, and so he's trying to figure out, am I getting away? Are you getting away with something, or is somebody getting away with something? And this is where, the emotions come in, and we're wanting the clarity, but the emotions are there. The emotions are there about, of maybe something, passion. So passion to do with the wands, and the wands and the page, and the page is new, and the new energies that are coming forth, but we're not, there's a passion to have these, there's this energy to have it, the potion comes in. And are we ready to accept it all? But I know there's some secrets that because Mars is having a little chin wag with Neptune, and there's something to do with secrets. So secrets are there. Maybe the secrets aren't fully revealed as yet, but secrets are there. And with those secrets comes the Five of Swords. So there's something there that isn't coming fully, or there's not a full understanding to what's going on. And these cards are so beautiful. Honestly, they are just um so there's something to do with dishonesty. So the five has something to do with some kind of dishonesty and deceit through this. So there you might be feeling some dishonesty or deceit that's happening around you, and not getting, you want to get the clarity, but there's emotion in that clarity, but there's still something's not straight. Something's not straight within the consciousness. Something's not straight. And even though we want the passion, we want to go forward with our passion. I'm going to ask for another card for clarity, and we get this page. Page of Swords. So this is about swiftness and swift change that's coming forward. Swiftness and swift change that's coming forward. And the page, the swiftness and change. I mean, it might be some new insight or new ideas that are coming out of that, because the pages are new. So something new is coming in. Some new clarity is coming in with that passion, or clarity to do with those who have been deceitful. So some information, a secret is going to be revealed to us that is going to give us some clarity, and may not hear it today, but within the next couple of days, and it's going to bring in a lot of emotion for people. A lot of truths are going to be revealed, but some of the truths are, once they're revealed, sometimes it's very hard to go back once you know something or you see something. So there's a bit of craziness that's going to be coming in a bit. So there you go. I want you all to have a beautiful, beautiful day. Go and do something to allow for the emotions or the energies to go through you. And don't worry. I mean, you may not get the information. There may not be words to it right now, but it'll come. It'll come. So may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Please allow your light to shine, raise your frequency, and stand in your passion of love. Have a blessed one, everybody. Bye-bye.